Hey y'all, it's Natalie. Happy National Scrapbook Weekend. I am bringing this layout to you today, a quick one. This is Janet's sketch with a twist challenge over on the Cherry on Top message boards. There's still so many chances to play along with all of the amazing things going on this weekend, so you should definitely do that. I'm going to link to the message boards down below. I'll link to this challenge specifically, but we're going to get into it because it's a quick one. So I'm using the Wanderlust Explorer collection by 49 and Market almost exclusively. So I have these two photos of my sons at Badwater Basin in the Death Valley National Park. And so, of course, the first title that came to mind was Down Bad, of course, like from Taylor Swift. I don't know if that's, of course, for everybody, but for me it is. So I thought that was a good title. And that's going to go up the side. I'm sticking pretty true to the sketch, except for it's on an A-Bay layout, so it's going to just have some modifications. I don't really have room for my journaling, but I'm going to do some pocket pages in here with this, with all the detail shots, and that will contain the journaling. So I go with this blue wood grain here because we have a lot of blue in the photo with the sky, and I'm going to use these fun little galactic edges from All in Create to make an interesting strip here rather than just like a rectangle like the video, or not the video, the sketch that you see over here on the right. And then I'm going to rip the edges of some. I'm going to distress everything, of course. I'm going to ink it up with gathered twig. The circle element, I'm going to let sit on top of the photos. That is a fun little circle die that I just got from Aaron Lee Creative. It's like mountains and a rainbow, so I'm going to kind of rough up the edges. It's a little bit more difficult to do, but and then ink them as well. So I'm pulling out the transparencies I have, the acetate from the Color Swatch collection. I don't know what color swatch it is, but I'll link all the products down below with my affiliate links if you're interested. But I pulled out just a rectangular piece that I think would be fun to layer up with all of the rectangle bits. And then I also pulled out some florals that have white on them because Badwater Basin is salt on the ground. All of that white expanse that you see is salt. And so I thought that kind of looked like salt on the flowers. Now, there are no flowers growing there because nothing can live. So I put a few of my scraps that I had literally ripped off of one of those rectangles on the side over here on the left and the bottom, because that kind of helps balance it, because all of the pattern paper is going to be over here on the left. I felt like it was a nice little touch to add something there. So I'm just making my rectangles fit. I'm trimming them down or ripping them down as needed and then inking them back up. I just used the opposite piece that I had cut off of that blue wood grain as the other bit, and I really like the way that that looks, and that's nice texture on there, I think. So I'm backing the photos with the same orange cardstock that I used to back the background paper. And I'm going to, of course, distress that as well. This layout came together really quickly. That's one thing I love about travel albums, is a lot of times they come together quickly, especially since I tend to lean towards the same collection because all of my photos have the same vibe. I think that, of course, I never finish albums, but I'm really going to try hard to like work through it, because I know that I kind of hold them hostage sometimes, but of course my kids can come in and look at them anytime they want. I did use my tiny attacher to attach that acetate piece. I'm going to overlap the photos a bit. I probably could have printed them smaller, like done a 2x3 instead of a 3x4, but it's okay. I really liked them. I'm going to do a photo in a full-size page for sure, and then I thought about doing a collage page. So the sketch with the twist is like if you do the other sketch, then you get double the points, and it is a little bit of a collage. I did consider doing that. I'm not sure if I'll get it done by the end of the day. I think this one is due today, but some of the challenges for the weekend, you have all week to finish them, so that's really fun. So there's a whole master list on the blog, and it's super fun, and there's just games throughout the day to play to get like cherry points, and cherry points add up to like store credit when you're making an order, and there's awesome like codes to get a discount this weekend and everything. So I put my title down, my Down Bad Taylor Swift song title, as my title for Badwater Basin, that's what it is, Badwater. And I'm just going around it really messily with a brown Sharpie. That I thought that would be easier than inking it, and I don't feel like trying to distress it because that would just be too fiddly with the letters being as small as they are. I'm going to use my tiny attacher again to attach my salted acetate little leaf there, foliage, if you will. And I'm just going to add a couple of the laser cut elements from the Wanderlust collection, and we're going to call it a layout. I might have ordered another 1 or 2 of those to add to my stash because I'm so obsessed with these laser cut elements that I just need to hoard them all and make sure that I have enough to get through my album because I love them so much and they're so good. Those hiking boots, give me a whole page of hiking boots and the little coffee cups and I will be a happy girl. Do you hear me, 49 Market? Do you hear me? Probably not, as if they were watching my videos. So there I'm just adding a little blue belt. Nobody here is wearing a belt. Maybe my husband, but I doubt it. But it was a little blue element that kind of added another touch of blue up there. But we're done. We're calling it a layout. Thanks to Janet for the inspo. Again, I'll link down below with all of the things I discussed, as well as the products if you're interested. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, y'all.